think that the most important quality for a good leader is somebody who's passionate. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Nothing great was ever done without enthusiasm." And I think it's that enthusiasm, that passion for whatever your mission is as a leader, that's going to get you through the good times and especially the bad times. So passion, I think, is number one. But you also have to have knowledge. People who have passion without knowledge are dangerous. So there has to be the passion, there has to be the knowledge of what your organization's mission is and how to achieve that mission. In my case, it's my kids. At the end of the day, are my kids successful? And I have the unique responsibility or the unique joy, if you will, that I get to see my kids after they graduate and after they become adults. This is my 40th year as an educator, and so I'm seeing my kids' children and their grandchildren. So I go to La Casona, and I get to see the success of my organization when I see my kids who become successful parents and successful people in the community. That's how I can see my success. Care. Just care. If you care enough, that makes a whole difference. If you care enough, you're going to learn what you need to do to be successful. If you care enough, you're going to work as hard as you need to be successful. If you care enough, you're going to go out of your way. There are no, these are the number of hours I work a day, these are the number of days I work a year. If you care enough, you're going to be successful.
Well, I believe that lots of times leaders are competitive people. Not always, but oftentimes. And so as competitive people, we're always looking for those measurables. And I think that it depends what you're leading or who you're leading, kind of how you define what that measurable is. But, I think that generally speaking, we want to set goals, we want to accomplish our goals, and then we can obviously decide, did we meet those goals? Did we accomplish the things that we wanted to accomplish? But secondly, and something that I think gets missed out a lot of times, that I think is very important in a good leader, is how do we learn from our mistakes? I think as humble people, it's important we realize we're not perfect and we're going to make mistakes. So good leaders not only accomplish the task at hand, but they also learn from their mistakes. And I think that's a very important measure of success. Another great question. I've said numerous times that I feel like I'm a very blessed man, and growing up in this community, in this county, and in this world, I've been blessed. And I believe with all my heart that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I know that I've been given much. There are leaders before me that put things in motion so that I could have the opportunities that I have today. And I think it's our obligation to give back. And I wake up daily and I want to make my family proud. I want to make my kids proud. I want to leave a legacy. And I want to, again, as we spoke about before, I want to make Brazoria County a little better place tomorrow than it is today. And I think we're pretty dang good today. Well, I think generally speaking, good people don't enjoy conflict. They don't enjoy having people mad at them. So it's human nature to kind of take the path of least resistance so many times, and it certainly is easier. But I think difference makers are those people that aren't afraid to stand in the gap and stand up for what they believe is right and good for the people that elected them. And I think again, how do you overcome it? It has a lot to do with who are you on the inside? What are your goals? What's your scoreboard? We talk about that a lot. What's your scoreboard? Is it being able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of every day? Is it at the end of your days having a family that is proud of you Is it leaving a great legacy? So what's your scoreboard?
I think a good leader is someone who is fair and honest. I think that it's someone with integrity and someone who influences others. And I think that a good leader is someone who exudes those characteristics, and people around them, you hope, are influenced by that and want to follow that leader, I guess. You know, we all have goals, whether it be in business or whether it be in our personal lives or our family lives, and you know, the only way to get to those goals is, in most cases, to have the support of those around you. And by being that good leader, then those folks support you, and you're able to get to where you need to go. So to me, the motivation is that you know, that being a good leader helps you get to and reach the goals that you're trying to get to. You know, I think that the future leaders just need to stay true to themselves, be who they are. But to me, what has worked for me is being open and honest with the folks that I deal with, whether it's a client on a law case, whether it is a customer in our title company, or whether it's dealing with employees. To me, if I have an issue with an employee, if I have an issue with a client or customer, for me to be able to go to that person, be open about it, be honest about it, and treat them fairly and with respect, I think that goes a long way. So, you know, as a future leader, I think that those folks should keep those things in mind. Just be fair, be honest. You develop a reputation where people can trust you, and they'll soon look to you as a leader.